Today's a great day. It's new boot day because my old ones, well, they're wore out on the bottoms. They're kind of like racing slicks, and then the heels are all tore out of them. So merry early Christmas to me with a new pair of boots for in the woods. And it's like 13 degrees out right now. It was 11 when I got up, and I've got to do work in the woods. So warm feet it is. What do I need? I need 1-inch valve. I need saddle drill. I've only got a couple hours to get in here today over to the big woods, and my goal is to get everything buttoned up with the exception of one valve, and that's just because I don't have the fittings yet. But I've got all these laterals that I adjusted that need saddles cut in, so today's goal is to get these done, and then a couple posts, and I think there was something else, but I can't remember. But I'm gonna get these tied in. There, that one's hooked in. I think that's the only one down here, but there's some more up there. We had some wind come through the other day with the rainstorm, and there's more branches down than I kind of anticipated. This is 2 already, and I haven't looked at that much of the woods, so it kind of makes me a little nervous as to how much damage there might be in here overall. But so this one had a leader saddle on it, and on 3/4 it runs a different hole size than H2O does for their saddles, so I think I got it lined up enough that I can make it work, because it ripped the saddle apart and I don't have any some plastic good in there. Oh well. I don't have any pieces of it, so I had to switch it to the H2O one. everything below here is good now. And I can't remember if I fixed something up above here or not. So it's worth it to take a quick walk because this was an area that I did do a little bit of adjusting. This is one here that it needs to be adjusted here. It sags too much and it ends up pulling. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some out of this so that it'll hold it up better. That's the plan anyway. Better. I think it just needs a wire tie here. Yeah, that's perfect now. Just needs a couple more wire ties. But this one is doing the same thing. And I meant to bring more fittings because I'm going to change that to stainless. But I need stainless there. Change that because I'm going to change it all. And I didn't bring that. So I'm not going to get into this today. But oh look, a pile of goodies I left behind. I'll have to grab them when I come up out of here, but we gotta replace this one first. Actually, this is a new one, but get this one in. Oh, the things you can find when you're not even looking. Up here, when I adjusted the A5 line, I never rehooked up the Chinese finger thing, and I don't have a ratchet, so I'll add that to the list of what I've got. But things don't look bad up here. I think we did all right with that wind. Just a couple of little things. We'll take it. So I've got a list in my head anyways of what I need. I'm gonna try and get over here tomorrow and get the big woods completely finished up and get everything done there. So I need stuff to adjust that main line in stainless and the ratchet for up top. And I think that's it, but well, we'll find out. All right, so Dummy and I are headed to the big woods now, but we got to stop and drop some syrup off to the neighbors around there. They get syrup every year as like a thank you, and you know, they kind of keep an eye on the place. So drop some syrup off to them, and then finish up the fixes at the big woods, and then I think we'll be able to finish up Blake Road today. So he didn't come with me yesterday because I was going to be doing too much to run around, and he's slowing down a little bit, but he didn't like to hear that. But should be able to have all the woods ready today. One of the issues I noticed last year at the end of it was that here at the sea ladder in the middle, where it comes off the sea ladder, it has its own wet line that goes down, but it hooks into the dry line. But the angles up there aren't right, and it's got a drop in it that I think is freezing, and I've tried messing with it. But today I'm gonna go up, and I think if I shorten it up, it'll pull some more tension in it and get that out. But it could be a challenge. We'll see, because it's, I don't know, 12 feet in the air. So that ended up being a way bigger pain in the dupa than I had envisioned when I got this started. I got a little carried away and took like 6 inches out, and I probably should have taken like 2 or 3 out. So I ended up having to stretch the pipe a little bit, and that messed with the dry line up there, pulling on stuff, and it just turned into a disaster. I ended up having to take a couple inches out of the dry line and then kind of finagle stuff. So I think I'm good now. But I think I'm good. So we'll leave it and then see where we end up once the sap starts running. But there, that actually flows like it's supposed to now. It doesn't have the belly in it, and I got stainless on there. I got a stainless valve, which makes it easier to open and close. That plastic one, it just, when I was trying to check for leaks, you just couldn't feather it to be able to really check for leaks. And there's like 300 on this one too, maybe, no, it's under 300 on this main. And it's better now. In stainless, things won't break, so much better. And that's where I had that break during that storm last year, and the dry line was all messed up, but it looks like it may have worked itself out of it. So work on that next. This had a huge belly because this is where it broke, and I just spliced it in with gripples because that's what was the fast answer to get it back up. But it had a huge bow in it, and I think it just kind of worked its way out. So I just need to retie this, and then I'm going to take these and twist them up good because gripples fail, and I know that, but they're doubled, and I'm going to twist the wire with some pliers so that it really holds it tight. But should be easy. Those are twisted up. Should prevent that from pulling apart, and if it does pull apart, then I'll splice a piece in and I'll run it all the way up to the next ratchet or do something different. But that should keep that thing from pulling apart, and this one too, just because those gripples, they're not great, but they work. So Everything up here. No, I gotta put a ratchet in up there. So that one's changed. That one had like the biggest kickstand, I guess, or block of wood underneath it from my bush fixed. But it's a 16 footer. These are 14s and they are not tall enough. And the one I took out was a 14. So these two are both on steps and they also need to be adjusted. They're not looking up from this one. They dip a little bit more than they should. I think it's probably because there was snow and everything else underneath them when we did it. So I need to get two 16-foot 2x4s and then I can get this thing fixed. But not today, because today's Sunday. I think it's time to go watch the Patriots lose. So I'll probably do that. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Hey, you ready? Yeah. Nothing there. Hey, come on, let's go. Let's go. Come on. What are you trying to find? There's nothing there. He's an idiot.